Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. We look at this Browns defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Steelers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
So no gain on the play, and that will bring up second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds Austin complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers called on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Now 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Sanders. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. 2nd and 10. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. A handoff for Warren. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Warren. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Warren again. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun here, Sanders. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Warren. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Rodgers going to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. He'll swing this out to Judkins. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. To throw is Sanders. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Sanders. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now 2nd and 3. Sanders once more. Throw left side, complete. That's Ford. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing, Sanders. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They go play action now. Sanders on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On play action, here's Shadur. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
On 3rd and goal, Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw now. Here's Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, here's Judkins. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Off the play fake, here's Sanders. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Judkins. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, here's Sanders. Out to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Shedeur. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Sanders. And it's caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Sanders to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw is Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. An inside run with Judkins. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Once again, Judkins. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Judkins. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Now it's the backup Watson. He'll buy some time right. Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Faking the give, now Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.